Hello everyone, happy Monday. I am going to first find myself and then get it shared. There we are. Share to a group, share, and I think that's it. Okay. And you can hear the dog in the background right now. I'm sorry for that. Ben had to go run real quick somewhere, so as soon as he comes back, he will grab her and we will not have to hear her whining. She is being quite special today. She is, oh, there we go. And he's back. She has been very needy today. I guess it's because both of us are home today. So we both have actually spent time together in the house. So hello everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day. I know probably all of you had today off. Most of you probably had today off. I know there are some that are still working, but I did have it off and it was rather nice. I got caught up in a lot of stuff today. So I'm super excited about that. So we're going to go ahead and jump in because it looks like a lot of people are here. For those of you who have never joined before, I am Amy. I am the person behind Simply Elizabeth Crafts. And today we have a lot of stuff. Stampin' Up! Has so much stuff going on right now. It is crazy and I can barely keep up. Let alone that it is the last month of the Stampin' Up! Year because they go from October to September. So that's all in craziness too. So, I'm going to jump right in and go ahead and get started. Thank you everyone who is sharing, and make sure that you do come in and say hello, and we will draw names for those that comment and share, and then we'll have prizes next week for those. I do have prizes from last week too. Oh good, Facebook is giving you a reminder. Yay. I need a reminder too, because sometimes I'm like last second going, oh no, it's 7 o'clock. Okay, so last week's winner, Angie Brewer. I've got your address. I'm gonna send it to you. And then the other one is Sandy Pavel, and I've got your address as well. So I will put those in the mail to y'all this week. They will go out tomorrow, obviously. I'm going to set those aside so I can get them out the way. The prizes that we will be drawing for next week, for those that comment and share today, that will be the Simply Fabulous stamp set. Yo, this is gorgeous. This is on my list to do a Facebook Live. I am trying so hard, but Stampin' Up! With all these promotions that they've had coming out have completely just rearranged it all. So that was on the list, but might get moved to later. It's in the annual catalog, so we've got all next year to use it as well. And then the other thing is the Memories and More card pack. That is the Today is the Day. And there are some really good sentiments in this pack right here. So comment, share, your name will go in for that. Okay, next thing, paper pumpkin. I ran out of paper pumpkins for all of those that were asking for them for the sunflower one. I didn't have any more, and I was pretty much out like 2 days after I got them in-house. So if you want the holiday ones, which are always the best ones, make sure that you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. Otherwise, you may not get it, okay? These always sell out pretty quickly. They don't usually have any refills or anything like that on it. So make sure that you do. This is the one that's coming. You have until September the 10th to subscribe for this one. This is the Halloween one. And then there are two, it looks like, for Christmas this year, and that'll be for October and November. Okay. All right, next thing, Perfect Partners. This is what has thrown my entire schedule off with Facebook Lives that I've got all planned out. This Perfect Partners is sets in the annual as well as the mini holiday catalog that did not have dies. They came out with dies, and they are good dies. I will say that if you are going to any of my classes this month, so that's Dawsey at the end of the month in Florence, South Carolina, or if you're coming to the Winsboro class, you are going to be using exclusively these sets. I'm going to go ahead and just only use these, and then we'll start doing more of the Christmas stuff in October, but we will be doing the Christmas set that's in here, which is the trimming the trees. These are fantastic dies, I will say. I am thoroughly in love with all of them. But class is going to be, Columbia class will be the apple, the trimming the tree, and then it is the pig. So Michelle, you're getting your pig. And then the Florence class is going to be the apple, the pig, the trimming the tree, and I think it's going to be the Yeti, but I haven't made a decision on the last one yet. So just hang with me on that one. I got a couple more weeks for that. So if you are interested, you can partner these up and get the bundle pricing right now. So now is the time to get it if you want to get matching dies to these sets. I'll have to say this one right here, I had no interest in at all. But you know, I had this one. I actually had all the other ones. So, you know, it works out really good. You can use them later on too. So, you know, obviously you can keep them for a lifetime, and then you don't have to worry about dies or fussy cutting. We all know how much I love fussy cutting. So perfect partners. Then Stampin' Up! Has come out with they've come out with, in September, a weekly deal. And the weekly deals will run from, I think it's Thursday to Wednesday. So it came out on the 1st, and then it will end on Wednesday of this week. And then it'll start a whole new round of deals. It'll have all new products in there. These are the products right now. These are some really good deals. Normally, like this paper, it's the Splendid Day paper, is usually $15 and it's only $12. Where's the one that I saw that was like next to nothing? Oh, the puff paint, which we're going to be using tonight, is only $3.60. So, and then these classic matte dots, these are another one. I actually stocked up on this, and the Splendid paper. The classic matte dots, these are like the perfect colors for any card that you do. And they are currently right now $6.30. Oh, and then the craft paper, I got a couple of those today too. So, and that's $4.80. So right now is a great time to stock up on some things. Like these are almost like essential things that you can use for any card that you create. Okay, so next, sorry, I'm finding dimensional pieces all over the place. The next thing is, don't forget that if you order with me in September, you get a tutorial. This month's tutorial has 34 projects. They're really pretty projects. I've seen the whole tutorial now, and they are gorgeous. Stephanie in Canada puts all that together for us, emails it to us, and it's literally a link that I email to you. I email them out a couple times a month. So if you order, you know, like halfway through the month, it may be like a week after that before you get it, but you will get it before the end of the month. And these are just great projects to be able to kind of look at and see some different. I am very different than a lot of other people out there stamping, as well as, you know, everybody has their own style. So it's always good to see other demonstrators' stuff, because then you can kind of say, oh, well, I kind of like that set. Kind of changes our mind sometimes. I'll be honest with you, there's been a couple projects that I've changed my mind on the products because of the projects that were in this tutorial. So, okay. So in saying that, when you order $50 from my online store, and I said a little while ago that this is the last month for Stampin' Up's year, because of you guys and because of my team this year, am very close to earning the incentive trip. And when I say very close, like close enough that I have never been this close before, and it is literally in the palm of my hand almost. So to kind of help kick that, I came up with 2 classes. And I've already had a couple people register with the email today. So just know that there is a limited amount because I only have so many tree lot dies. I also only have so much paper that that can go with that. But I collected the tree lot dies, and I collected some of this paper, and then I also collected some other stuff too to bring a class to you guys for the trees for sale. This right here is what is in the mini holiday catalog, one of my favorite sets. And then when they did celebration, they had the tree lot dies. So these were free. You cannot purchase these. And they have been sold out for over a month now. So I have a certain amount of them. And when you order the class, then you get these for free. They come with your class. I did a little sticky here so you can kind of see what you get. In this class, you'll actually get a full pack of the baker's twine. You'll get an embellishment. I cannot guarantee you it will be this one because this one is on back order. So it all depends on if it comes back in or not. You'll also get half a pack of the adhesive sheets. You'll get a full pack of the Sweetest Christmas paper. And then of course you'll get 2 pieces of each design. So it's 8 total pieces of this. And then you get the tree lot dies for free. Okay? I mean, obviously, because I didn't pay for them, so they are free to you. If you order this class, it's $50. This class is valued at $80+ because of all the stuff that you get in it. So literally, I am putting every penny that you put into this class, I'm putting it back into the class to help kind of boost the sales in order to get that incentive trip. So you've got this one. Let me show you the projects. I will have to say I am pretty happy with them. It's probably one of my favorite classes I've ever designed. And I literally designed way more, but then I had to narrow it down. Oh, I did want to tell you, if you do already have the dies, you can just order the additional products, and it's all $40 for that, and it's a $50 value. So you're getting, you're still getting a really good deal because, again, I'm putting all that money back into this class, back into the actual products for you. Okay, so here are the cards. This is the one I called the mountain card. So when you get your PDF, we called mountain. And then you've got the woods card. And then that is a Christmas one. And another Christmas one. This is the one that'll use that paper for you. And then this one. And then this one is my favorite. It's the beach one. Well, I don't know. These two are I can't decide which ones I like the best. But so those are the cards. And there you have to email me for this class. Or you have to be on my email list in order to get the registration link because Stampin' Up! Will not let me put it online. So if you want this class, the Tree Lot Dies class, this class, you have to email me for the registration link. And then you just register right there. And all these, all the make and take, the packet, the supplies, all of that will be mailed out to you no later than October the 1st. Okay, I hope before then, but it will depend on when the supplies come back in that are on back order, which is just the embellishment for now. So, okay, so thank you, Verda. I had a lot of fun creating those. I just love, that's one set that will stay forever with me. Okay, the second class that I put together is the one that is revolving around the Rings of Love paper. I was making sure that's what it's called. Yep, it's called Rings of Love. Now, when you get this class, the paper will be cut in half so that I can mail this one because this one doesn't have as many products. So it'll be half, which is why I cut this in half. But you'll get a full pack of paper, okay? You'll get a full pack of paper. you will get some linen thread, and you will get embellishment, the rustic metallic. This class is $35, and you're getting $25 in products for this one, okay? Oh, did you, Dora? Oh, I'm telling you what, I could literally craft with that camper all day long. It coordinates with this, this paper coordinated with the Ringed with Nature, which is in the current holiday catalog. It comes with dies, an embossing folder, and then you've got the stamp set. That's what the bundle is. This is what is called a hybrid embossing folder, which means that you can, sorry y'all, my nose is running really bad today. I don't know why. It could be because I'm so darn excited. I've never been this close in my life, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta like spill it all out, right? Okay, let me see if I can get this in here right. All right, you put in your embossing folder just like this, and you put your dies right down inside of it. You put your piece of paper in, you run it through, and it does this. It literally cuts it out and embosses it all at the same time. It's like the most genius thing that Stampin' Up! Has ever had. Ever. And I don't know, let me see if I can hold it up just a little bit more so you can see that emboss. There you go. So, yes. So this class, again, you can add on the bundle and it will be for cost. You're not going to pay tax or shipping. That'll all be on me. Same goes for the Trees for Sale stamp set. It all comes, you know, it's just the cost. So it'll be just that $22. This will be the bundle, which I think the bundle is $53 if I'm not mistaken. So that's what you would pay, is the $53. I'll pay the tax and the shipping on it. So you can add this to it, but you will get these items here, and then you'll get the make and takes to create these cards. And then you got that one too. That one and that one are my favorite. So again, this class is $35, and these two classes are to help push me over the edge to get the incentive trip. I am determined I'm going to get there if I don't sleep for the next, 28 days now. I am super excited. If for those of you who don't know, Stampin' Up! Sends you on a trip. If you earn it, you have to have so many points. And with those points, they literally spoil the mess out of you. So I need to have some time where I get spoiled. It's a Norwegian cruise. So I'm really excited about that because I've never been, you know, further than the Cayman Islands before. So, oh, thank you, Melissa. I hope so. I'm praying real hard. Me and God have been having some good chats this weekend. Okay, so I think that's it. I've cleared off my desk and I'm out of breath because that was a lot. I feel like lately Stampin' Up! Has had so many deals, which is not a bad thing. It's great. But I'm telling you what, it's keeping me on my toes for sure. So today we are, no, Sharon, you haven't really missed anything other than I was yapping about all the specials. But you can always go back and watch from the beginning, so don't worry about that. Or you can go over to YouTube later tonight and catch the beginning of it. Okay, so paired with partners, we are going to play with the Yeti to Party. I thought this stamp set was cute. I like the little monsters that look cute and all that good stuff. I did not know that there is a huge thing with Yetis. I had never even heard of them until I saw the stamp set in the catalog. And when I went to go look online, like just on Google, and I Googled Yeti, well, what did I call it? I think I called it Yeti Snow Monster is what I called it. And boy, did I see a whole lot. I learned a whole lot too. So that is what we're going to play with. I thought I'd start with the cute one first, and then we'd go down the rest of the line for the rest of the month. So let Let me show you the dies though. The dies are really cute too. And what I love about the dies is they have all these little pieces here for you to cut out with the dies too. The heart's not straight lines. Well, Stampin' Up! Did a great job. The heart die is not straight lines either. So it's perfect. Like, they did a really good job with these. I didn't use all the dies. This one, this little window one, I didn't use that one, but I think I used pretty much the rest of them. I didn't use that. I could have added that on to one, but I didn't end up doing that. So anyway, great, wonderful dies. A lot of fun playing with this one. It's got some really good sentiments in it too. So, but this little mug here, oh, I was in love with that. So, oh, thank you, Verna. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna dive in. We're gonna get started. And I'm gonna take a deep breath. Got myself all worked up. We are actually using a whole lot of products too tonight. So this is our first card. And I really didn't want to put a sentiment on the front, but I ended up putting a sentiment because I messed up one of the snowflakes there. So you could always put your sentiment on the inside if you just wanted it to be the scene. But I did cut out some of the stuff already so that you didn't have to watch me cut it all out every time. Because some of it's just basic stuff. So, but we will have to cut out some things. All right, so I'm gonna lay everything out. We're gonna use some craft ink on this one. We are using this gorgeous paper too, that is red and white glimmer paper. You can see I've done a class where we cut out some clouds, or I did a card where we cut out some clouds, but perfect for snowflake, perfect for snowbanks. It's wonderful. All right. And let's do this. We're gonna start first by doing our card base. And I'm gonna put some of this stuff aside so I don't lose it all. All right. Yeah, Verna, it is very, very pretty paper. Very shiny and sparkly, but we all know that I love our glimmer paper because it is glitter, but there is no mess. There's no fuss with it. So you don't end up with glitter all over your house, all in your hair, none of that stuff. All right, I'm gonna pull out, this is a little grid paper from the Stamparatus. I'm gonna pull that out because we're gonna stamp our snowflakes, and I'm gonna stamp off on the edges. So there are 2 snowflakes in the stamp set. It's kind of a medium size and then a large one. And then we're just gonna go around and stamp. And this will take a minute to dry, so I wanna make sure that I stamp this first. If you don't use craft ink very often, you have to refill your ink pad a lot. I don't use it very often anymore just because you do have to re-ink it and it makes everything a mess. So just be careful if you do use craft ink. Just know that you do have to let this dry pretty well before you start playing with it. I'm gonna see if I can, I know some of this will be covered up, but it'll be okay. Just want to make sure that it's all good and covered. All right, I think I'm good with that. Okay, that's the one I messed up last time, so let's not touch that one anytime soon. Okay, so we're gonna set that aside. I'm gonna set these 2 stamps aside, like far away, so that I don't get white ink everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside for a second, and I'm gonna keep my little piece here because we are gonna stamp our Yeti. in Black Memento. My pad was hiding. I used a lot of the same colors on these cards because, you know, it's a Yeti. It's basically a snow monster in my opinion. So you needed lots of snow for it. All right. So we've got him there. Now we're going to color him. And when we color him, it's really, really simple. I gotta pull in all my Stampin' blends here. Okay. So we are gonna do his little tongue here, and we're just gonna do it in red. We're gonna do his face in, this is Stampin' Up! 800, and this is the medium, I think they're called natural Stampin' blends, but if not, you can go over to my website, which there's a link in the description of the video, and all the products that I use are in that blog post. So you can get those products. It'll take you right to the like the download, and then you can click on the number and it'll take you to the website. All right, so we're gonna do that. And I didn't, on any of them, I didn't color his horns. I mean, I didn't think it was very necessary, so I didn't. All right, we're gonna do his outline, and I'm taking the brush tip and I'm literally running along his entire outline. And then we are gonna take and it doesn't take very long. And I do it pretty messily because, well, I don't want you to have to sit here and watch me the whole time. Okay, so see, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just messy. It's, you know, there. Then I'm going to take the brush end of the color lifter, and I'm literally going to just color toward the center of his body. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's going to pull some of that gray into the center, so it doesn't make him so white, which is what I wanted. But then it also gives his outline a little bit of definition too, and it's not just that harsh black line. So I'm just making sure that I'm kind of lifting up that smoky slate color. Okay? And ta-da. Now, when that color lifter dries, it is going to look like this. So it's going to look white, but it's not like stark white, if you know what I mean. Okay, I went ahead and I cut out the 3 snowflakes that we'll need. What I did with these 3 snowflakes, just so you know, is I cut them out of that glimmer paper. I put adhesive sheets on the back so I don't have to worry about putting glue on them. These are from the Frosted Flurry dies. This die here is this one right here, and you just need to know that it doesn't cut that entire circle out, so you just have to pull it a little bit and it will come out. That is done on purpose. It's to do a card front, and then it kind of pops up out of that card, that layer of cardstock, but I actually wanted it, so I just kind of pulled and trimmed with my scissors around to cut it all the way out. So just know that. This die set has some really good label dies in it too, which we've used in prior videos. I cut this piece out already. This is using the snowbank die from the gingerbread house, okay? And again, all these supplies are listed in that description. Okay, so I've already done that. I've already done that, that, and that. We just need to stamp our trees. That's what it was. And there it is. And with our trees, it's real easy for this. I will be honest with you, there is a lot of coloring with this one. There's a lot of cutting. So yeah, but well worth it all in the end, I promise. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the dark, and I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the bottom on this one. I'm gonna color it in. I'm gonna do that middle one, and then I'm gonna do the top one. And then I'm gonna come over here to this one, and I'm gonna do the other two that I didn't do on the first one. Then I'm gonna take the light granny apple green, and I'm gonna fill in. And what that's doing is just it's giving it a little bit of color difference, which I think made it look better. If you don't like it, you can just color in the whole thing one color. All right, I'm gonna set those aside. I think that's it. Oh, I need to stamp our sentiment. That was the last thing I needed to do. I don't know why I gave myself all this paper, but I did. So our sentiment is Winter Wishes. And we're gonna do that in black. Memento. And we're gonna stamp that right on over here, like that. Then we're gonna pull in our machine. And we're gonna cut those three things out. Oh, you know what? Actually, before we do that, we need to place this wherever we want it and go ahead and adhere it. And then we're gonna use the stitch rectangles to cut out this piece right here, okay? I kind of want a pretty large hill, so we're gonna attach it like that. We're gonna use just some regular old Stampin' Seal. All right. We're gonna do it like this. And then we're gonna take our, pretty sure that's right size, yes it is. And then we're gonna lay it right here, and we're gonna cut that out as well, okay? All right, let's bring in the big boy machine. Oh, I feel like this thing has gotten heavier today. For those of you who watch me regularly, I'm back to the regular plate. I fixed my plate, my magnetic plate, a lot, and it finally just went kaput. I guess I was making way too many cards this last week, and so yeah, it finally went kaput. It started getting bubbles in it, even with the extra glue that I had kind of put in to kind of help it, and I couldn't save it from the bubbles. So here we are. Here we are. Okay, I'm gonna put this on here like this. I'm gonna take some of my Post-it note tape, and I'm just gonna put this down here. Then I'm going to take my top plate, put it on my bottom, because this plate is what I try to keep as clean as possible, not cutting into it. But I'm gonna flip this over, lay that down. I'm gonna cut it upside down. And the reason I'm gonna cut it upside down is it gives it a little bit more pressure when it cuts into that plate, and it'll cut through all of that layer that we have there. And I'm gonna run it back through a couple times, especially on this double part back here. All right, let's see if that cut it through. I did have to do some trimming earlier today. Oh, it looks like, yeah, I'm gonna have to probably cut it, but that's okay. We'll get it there. All right, so let's do the rest of them. We've got our Yeti. Let's put our plates back right way. And we only have one tree, so we'll have to cut the tree out twice, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna line that up. We're gonna line this one up. And if you have issues with your plates moving, or not your plates, but your dies moving when you put your plate down, I have a suggestion for that. When we stick our plate in, a lot of times, we kind of slide our plate across our paper, which is why, of course, I loved the magnetic plate, or loved the magnetic plate. So what I've learned is that you have to literally place it like straight down and then run it through. All right, we need one more die for that one. And that is coming from the Stylish Shapes. And that's gonna literally cut it out right perfectly. All right. So then literally you just lay it straight down and then you start running it through. And then there we go. And I will save that piece. We got that one. Put that one back. All right, then we're gonna move this and we're gonna fix our little piece here. You can always cut it separately if you want to, these two pieces right here. But I really wanted to make sure that I get it right. So you can tell that it started cutting through, but it didn't quite cut all the way through. So I'm just gonna come down here and I'm gonna take my scissors as best I can. It's almost like it's perforated. There we go. All right, we're gonna take this off. There we go. And then I'm gonna trim off the rest of it. I know, that's a lot. But sometimes you gotta make it work like this. All right, so let's just trim off all that extra pool party. And then you'll never know it was even there. There we go. That paper is very thick, so that is why it does it. You really probably should only run through once, but, and with the rectangle dies, they're a little bit more detailed with that perforated edge, so it does make it a little bit more complicated there too, but we get it to work, right? All right, let me see. I think I've missed a whole lot of comments because, you know, I can't do two things at one time. I think the Yeti's face looks like Max from Where the Wild Things Are. Oh, you know what? It does. It does. Yeah. Hey, Linda. Oh, thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. Okay, so now we've got our snowbank and we've got our trees and we've got our pieces that are cut out. And this should be pretty dry. We are gonna take and pop up our Yeti right here. And we are gonna use lots of dimensionals today. Lots and lots. All right. And I am putting a whole bunch on here because it's going on that glimmer paper as well. So I wanna make sure that it really does stick. And y'all know I love my dimensionals anyway. They're still pretty cheap. If they go up anymore, we might have to change it, but for now we're good. All right, so we are gonna put our Yeti right about here. There we go. We're gonna take some of this ribbon. This is the sheer pool party. We're just gonna cut a little piece off, not a whole lot. And the reason I did the ribbon was I really liked this ribbon, and this, I have a hard time finding things to use this ribbon for, and this was just perfect. So I decided I will figure out how to make it work on here. And that's what I did. So we're just gonna go do a little loop right up here. Like that. So it just adds a little extra. You don't have to do that part at all. All right, so we're gonna take our tree. We're gonna put this one flat. We're gonna tuck it up behind our snowbank. This one we're gonna put a dimensional on. And this regular dimensional will fit perfectly right at the base of that tree. I need to move my trash bucket closer. All right, and then we're gonna stick this one right here. Okay, next thing we wanna do is we wanna add our snowflakes. And we are gonna add our tiny ones, or our smaller ones. They're not tiny. We're gonna add this one here. And see, it makes it so easy adding those adhesive strips to the back. And then right here. There we go. All right, and the last thing we're gonna do is pop this, well, not the last thing, but close to the last thing. We're gonna pop him up onto our card base, and we're gonna put another dimensional on his hand right there. And then we're gonna put I need one more right here. All right. We will take those backings off. If my fingers will take them off. And we are gonna flip it over, and then we're just gonna adhere it right about here. So I'm doing it a little closer to the top, and yes, I'm doing it a little further to the right. So it's not directly centered, but I wanna do it so that it's not funky with the snowflakes, but it'll be all right. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Stop stressing over it, right? All right, we're gonna put him there, and then we're gonna take the larger snowflake. We're gonna take that backing off, and we are gonna stick it right up under this edge here. Maybe. Let's pull that up. There we go. Okay. Winter wishes. We are gonna cut an edge off of our dimensionals. We are gonna literally put it on the very bottom. I'm gonna take that backing off. And then we're gonna stick it right here at the bottom. We're gonna open it up. We're gonna put a piece of basic white on the inside. And if you want, you can stamp the trees. I did stamp the trees on the sample one, but I'm not gonna make you watch me color those. So, because it's already gonna be a long enough video with all the other projects that we have. Okay, so there we go. So there is card number 1. I do think he is adorable. I mean, he is really cute. Let's see. Oh yeah, they are, Kathy. They are definitely cute. And let's see. Oh, Morgan puts, Aunt Amy, when can I see you again? I had so much fun on Friday. Oh, y'all, I'll have to post a picture of what we went and did on Friday. So Catherine is my sister that you see pop up on here, and then Morgan is my niece, and the three of us plus my husband went, where did we go? We went to Groucho's to eat, and then we went to a place called Licks. The milkshakes are huge. They come in like a little mason jar, and boy was it sweet too. But they're expensive, but they were great. Oh, I could do it again. I could do it again. And so, Morgan, I don't know, we need to find sometime really, really soon because it was good. So, hey, Angie. All right, project number 2. Don't fret, I've done most of this already. You're only gonna have to watch me do a couple things on it, I promise. This one was very time consuming, but oh my gosh, I fell in love with it. Oh, we are going to use the puff paint. It's actually called Snowfall Accents Puff Paint. I will say I have tested, I have played with, I really could not get control of how to do this, and I finally figured it out. So I had to make a card with it. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. One thing is, I will just pre-warn you, shake. And I'm talking like you need to shake it really good, like you would be shaking up a drink that you put the powder into water to make it, to flavor the water. That's how you need to shake this bad boy. Shake it hard. Cause man, oh man. All right, let me clean up just a touch. And we are gonna use these. I had to cut it in half for it to fit in my drawer, but they are called, and I didn't use them before until now. They're adhesive back stars, but I think they look like snowflakes. So that's what I used it as. And I think those that I've seen use them have used them for the same thing. They haven't used them for the stars. So, it won't go back in. Okay, so we got our little bag there full of our goodies. All right, so I've already done most of the mountains. We are going to do one more, I promise, so that you can see it. But I've got all those laid out here. I did 6 trees, and since you've already seen me do the trees, I think I did enough. Oh, I only did 5, but that's okay. We'll just go, we can do one more for sure. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna take this piece of paper, this basic white right here, and we are gonna take a blending brush. Now, this is Night of Navy. Night of Navy really stays in this blending brush quite a bit. So I didn't even ink up when I did this one, so I'm gonna try not to ink up when I do this one too, unless I really need to. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to. So I'm just gonna get a little bit, and then I'm gonna do that. And now we're gonna just blend it all in. And I know I'm shaking the table, and I'm sorry. All right, and I'm going down a pretty good ways just because my bank is gonna go down pretty far on this side. So I just wanna make sure I'm covering it all up. All right, but I don't want it too dark. I just wanted it to be a little darker, like it was almost night, but not quite night. Okay, so there we go. I'm good with that. Then we are going to take and we are going to cut out our banks. I did want to show you how to cut out the banks since I cut out the first one. We're going to stamp our sentiment. And I did it in basic black here, but I think I'm going to stamp it in the Night of Navy. I think I might like that better. All right. Sometimes you just got to change up the colors, right? All right, so we got that stamped. And then we will put the Night of Navy away. We are going to take, I'm going to go ahead and, nope, I need to cut off the sides. So nope, we're good. Okay. I need to make sure that I've got it all together here. All right, this piece is going to be for our Yeti. So we're going to stamp him again. We're going to stamp him quite a bit today. And we're going to stamp him in that black memento. And since he's a larger stamp, that's why I stamp him where he's face up, and then my ink pad goes down on him. You know, if it's a smaller stamp, then obviously you want to do it the other way, but that makes it easy when it's a larger stamp like that. Okay, we got to color him just like we did the last one. We're going to give him a blue face though this time. And again, we're going to go really quick. Whew, I am definitely taking up a lot of time tonight. All right. gonna try to do it really quick. And I have figured out that I'm really rough on my Stampin' blends. Really rough. But that's okay. I use them quite a bit as well, so, which is a good thing, right? Okay, we're gonna do his tongue the same color that we did his face last time. So it's just gonna be a little bit of a pale color there. And then let's do his face. Let's see how good this side looks. I have gotten a bunch of new blends in. I gotta find the ones that I still need to replace. All right. There we go. All right, blue face. And then we're gonna take and white out our smoky slate. And almost done. Almost there. He is really quick once you've done him a whole bunch of times. Okay, there we go. All right, so oh, I need to do one more tree because I didn't do enough. Did forget about that, didn't I? All right, I'm gonna do the tree over here on this one. And we're gonna use that granny apple green again, and we're gonna do it the same way we did last time. We're gonna swap them up a little bit. All right, let's do, I don't want them to all look the same. And then this one. Okay. All right, there we go. Now, oh, I need to stamp a mountain. That was the other thing I needed to stamp, wasn't it? Okay, we're gonna do a large mountain because we're actually gonna fill in this spot right here. I didn't end up liking that very much, so we're gonna fill that in with another mountain, but we're gonna do a large one. And so how I did that is I stamped. Oh yeah, Verna, mine too. That's, yeah, my tips get really bad because again, I'm really rough on them. Especially when I do Facebook Lives, I try to do it so fast that I mess up the tips, especially the brush end of them pretty quickly. So, which is fine. And then, you know, with classes and stuff too. So, okay. So let's go ahead and color our mountain. I did the mountain exactly how I did our Yeti. Okay, just like that. And then we're gonna take our color lifter and color it. Okay, so that is that. And then we're gonna bring in our machine and get everything cut out. We're gonna go ahead and fold this in half so we can get it out the way. All right, and then we'll set that over there. All right, here we go. All right, so let's do our mountain first. I need to make sure that I do this top one here first so that it goes all the way across. And I'm using the basic border dies and I'm just using the round. So this one's gonna go just like this. Like that. And then, because we also want it to have the flat end. Okay. And then we gotta do it one more time. And we're just gonna rip that part. And then we are gonna do a big one. Yeah, actually, let's do it this way. I need to do it this way. Okay. I'm trying not to waste the glitter paper because it's so pretty. Trying to get the most out of it that I can. All right. And it is a 6x6 piece, so it won't go all the way across, but I want to get it as close as I can possibly get. Okay. All right, so that's the border die. Now, I need to do the sentiment and the tree and the mountain and our Yeti. So we're gonna do that. And we can do all of these at the same time. So this again, our sentiment is being cut out with the stylish shapes. You know, these are probably my second favorite die set ever. Give It a Whirl dies are probably my first that we have right now. Oh, it's not getting even. There we go. And then we have the stylish shapes. Okay, Yeti, Christmas tree, or a tree, whichever one you want to call it. And then our mountain. And it's going to be our largest mountain. So there we go. And now we're going to lay that down so nothing moves. We're going to run that bad boy through. And that clicking or crunching or whatever you want to call it, that is normal. That is okay. I was very loud on that one because it was a lot coming through. All right. Okay, we got all our pieces there. I'm going to put all my dies up so I don't lose them. As y'all know, my desk looks like a disaster after I get off of here. It's like a war zone. Okay. All right, let's do some puff paint. When I was a kid, we always had puff paint as well, but this is different. I really think this is different. I don't remember it being like this. Okay, so you will need your heat tool. And again, you got to shake it really good. So I just kind of beat it across my hand like this. And I do it several times. I shake it up real good. Then I'm going to take off the top. Okay, the first little bit that comes out is really kind of useless. Even after you shake it up, it's a little watery. So I just kind of lay it on a scrap piece, okay? Then I'm going to fill in where I want, and it comes out quick. And what I kind of equated it to was all the big rage now is the cookie decorating. So I kind of equated it to that. You put a little bit out there and then you take the tip and you move it around to fill in the space that you want it to cover. All right. Then you're going to take your heat tool. I would suggest a pair of tweezers for something this small. You're going to turn on your heat tool, and I put it on 2. You can put it on 1. I think 2 worked better for me. And I'm going to let it heat up, and then I'm just going to lay it, put it directly on top of it, and I'm going to move it just a little. And it'll start to heat it up. Let's see if I can get it up close so y'all can see it. Let's see if it'll... I don't know if I can get it to... Maybe if I move it this way. I was trying to see if y'all could see it when it heats up, but it's not. Okay. So it was liquid. I can't get it to focus on it. And it does take it a minute, but once it starts, it's like embossing powder. It bubbles up. And then it looks like that. Well, I don't know why my camera is not focusing now up here. Let me move my hand up here. Maybe it will. There we go. All right. And so now it's like puffy up there at the top. So anyway, definitely well worth it. to do the puffy paint, but it definitely takes some time. Sorry, I missed some conversation. Oh yeah, Dora, you definitely need to start the blends. And Deb, I see you answered Angie on that one. Yes, and I was gonna say I can give you the number because it's right here on it. So the 150691. Yep, that's it. And it's like it's on sale this week too. It's on sale until Wednesday. So I mean, it's not expensive to begin with. It's like $4.50, but right now I think it's what, $3.60 or something. So it's definitely well worth it. All right. Let me move my, oh, I turned my light off. Let me turn it back on. All right, there we go. Okay, let's put all this together. Oh yeah, that went dark. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, we are gonna put our mountains on here first. So we want this mountain to be here, right about there, maybe down a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna put adhesive on the back. Okay, and then this one is gonna go over the top like that. Oh, I think that's gonna be perfect. Good. Trying to conserve paper, I was afraid it might not work, but it did. All right. Let me roll my tape up on itself. We're gonna line this up on the edge of our paper. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna have to trim off the edges, and I'm gonna grab my little cutter to do that. Because it'll be oh so much easier. Oops, I say easier. All right. Let's do this side. Then let's do this side. All right. I think I have worn that thing out. Okay, so there we go. We are going to start putting our mountains on here. And you'll notice that I did save a little bit of room at the top. I didn't quite put adhesive at the top so that we can put all of our little mountains up here. And we're just gonna start adhering them down. I'm gonna put them down as far as I can possibly put it. And then we're gonna put this one here. You can put your mountains down first if you wanted. Either way is fine. We're gonna put that one there. Then we're gonna take a little one. We're gonna stick a little one right. Well, probably should have put the little one down first. I'm gonna stick that one. There we go. Put that there. Okay, we won't push it all the way down. How about that? And then we'll put this one right here. Our Yeti is going to kind of cover up that, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And I may not need all of these this time. You know, every time you do it, it's always a little different. All right, let's stick that one down in there. We'll put this one here. We can flatten that one down. And let's put this one here. All right, so nope, I didn't need as many this time. Or no, I used as many as I did last time. Huh. Interesting. All right, well, let's put that one there then, and then let's add this one in. we'll add it in. You can never have too many mountains, right? And this one will go here. All right, there we go. Now we are gonna put on our Mr. Yeti, and we're gonna pop him up. Had to find my dimensionals, so we're gonna put one on his hand, and then again, we're gonna put a bunch on there because he's gonna be attached to that glimmer paper. So I want to make sure that he stays. And okay. And then we're going to make sure that we cover up our little part right there. All right, there we go. And we're going to add our trees. And I literally turned them over and put just, you can put glue dots on it. That's perfectly fine too. Just because I had the seal, I just went ahead and did the seal. And then I'm going to tuck it in right there under the glimmer paper. Once you cut this one apart, once you color everything, you get it all cut out, it goes together really easily, but it's that getting to this part that does take forever. Nope, let's see if I can get, there we go. We're gonna go right here. And then one more, and we're gonna go right there. Okay, now for our sentiment, we're gonna pop that up too. See, I told you, we're gonna use a whole thing of dimensionals. Not quite, but close. All right. And then is it Christmas? Yeti goes right there. Flip that over. Put some adhesive right on it. We're going to stick this on a Night of Navy card base, or not card base, but a card layer. And then we are going to stick it onto a card base, and it'll be a white, thick white basic card base. All right, I'm putting a little extra on there because this one is heavy. Stick it on here. My card base is a little awkward. Let's fix that. All right, stick that there. And then the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add on those little stars or hearts, as I will call them. Snowflakes, as I will call them. All right, come on, there we go. And I literally just put them on there until I was happy. I did not even count for these. Because really, could you go wrong with a whole bunch of snowflakes? You can't. For us here in the South, we don't get it. We don't get it very often. We got a bunch this past January, like the first 3 weekends of the month, but that's very rare for us. Okay, so there we go. There is card number 2. Again, this one is a lot, but you know, if you're gonna build a Yeti scene, you might as well go all out, right? So there we go. I think I do like it with the blue a little bit better on there. So, all right. Our next one is my favorite. I always kind of save my favorites to the end. Sorry, I'm having a struggle bus here with this, with putting these back in here. Oh, okay, done. No idea why it won't go in. As soon as I turn the camera off, it'll go right back in. I can guarantee you that one. Okay, last card. I am in love with this one. I wanted to use the Get Yeti to Party because that's the name of the stamp set, you know, so it's your birthday, and I wanted to use all the little things. But I also wanted to make it bright, so I decided to pull in the Butterfly Kisses DSP, which, by the way, yes, on one side it has a bunch of butterflies, but on the other, well, you've got big old flowers there, but look at these great like colors that are on the back side. I mean, these are perfect, right? So that's what I decided to do. Well, that side and then that side. Okay, so I cut out using the Picture This die, and I'm going to show you that. So the Picture This die has two different ones. You've got the circles, which is what I used, and then you also have the rectangles. I've seen a lot done with the rectangle ones as well, but these are a great, simple way to just dress up your card and it not, you know, add, when you have a critter stamp set, you can put all the critters on a card and have them peekaboo through and all that. So this, I love this die. It is probably in my top 10 die favorite. So that's what I did here. Oh, I didn't mean to throw that over there. We are going to pull out the pieces here. And we're of course going to use some linen thread. I couldn't go without using some linen thread. Yeah, that's probably some of the best paper Stampin' Up's ever had, as far as, well, I love the brights. So that, it has the, a lot of the new in colors in it, which are bright colors. So, all right, let's do our Stampin'. I've already cut out this part of it, but we will have to cut out our regular part. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside though. We are gonna stamp a whole bunch, and we're gonna color a whole bunch. And I thought about doing these beforehand, but I really wanted y'all to see how easy this one is. All right, I think I got them all there. Yep. All right, so we're just gonna stamp them all once. That's all I did. And I'm just spacing them enough apart so that all the dies will fit right next to each other. And I can do it in one swoop. This little ice cream cone is the cutest. All right, and then we're gonna do our sentiment. We're gonna do that right here. Then we're gonna do our Yeti. Now, we're gonna put our Yeti right down here because we don't need a whole lot of him because he's gonna be down in the little window there. So I'm gonna ink him up. I'm gonna close that up. I'm gonna pull in my little grid paper here, and I'm gonna stamp. I'm gonna stamp him like this. Make sure I can get him in there right. Okay. I want to make sure I can do it all at one time. All right, so now we've got that. Now we're gonna color really quick. And when I say quick, I promise you it's really quick. All right, this is Poppy Parade. So this is for the heart. And then Sweet Sorbet is for the ice cream. Although they look, Poppy Parade and Sweet Sorbet look very much alike. All right, I'm gonna do the dark crumb cake on the bottom part of the ice cream and then do the lines with it. All right. Bermuda Bay is going to be our little bow there, and then it is also on our everything there. And then the light sorbet one too is on our flag here. Color that in. All right, then we're going to do our parakeet party. That's gonna be here. And then it's gonna be here. This is a really good, bright green. I love it. All right, then we're gonna do yellow bow there. And then okay, the last thing I need to do is I forgot to do the cup. So I need to do the bottom, the handle, and then I just did this. And I'm gonna take the light and go the rest of the way across. Oop, sorry about that, I'm shaking the table. Okay, then I need to go back to my gray and my color lifter. And we need to do our Yeti. One more time. I promise this is the last time you have to see me color him. I guess it could be a female too. I don't know that. I don't know if they have female Yetis or snow monsters, whatever you want to call it. All right. Color it really quick. All right, and then the last thing, I want to make sure I color in the face. We're gonna do the face the same color we did on the first project. And then we're gonna do red tongue. Okay, now we can cut all of this out, and we'll have to do 2 pass-throughs because we'll need to do one with our little circles. Okay, and when I cut out the circles for the first card, I have all these left over, so these can be used. It'll look a little different, but we're good with that because we don't want to waste all that paper. All right, so let's run through this one first. And I'm gonna put it at an angle I'm gonna put my paper at an angle, but I'm also gonna put that at an angle. So I'm not gonna put it straight up and down. All right, we'll run that through. And I promise we are getting toward the end. I know, it's taking forever tonight. All right, so we got that one. Now we're gonna do all of our other little pieces. I'm gonna put the Yeti down here at the bottom to make sure that he will fit right there. I'm gonna use some tape just to kind of help with some of these pieces since I'm gonna be putting a whole bunch on here. All right, presents. We got a present there. We got a heart here. We got a tall present here. And cup. Whew. I gotta concentrate. Make sure I get them on here. All right, we need this one. Oh, I forgot to color the yellow. Okay, we'll color it when we get down. We get it off. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna take it all off and then start over. All right, so then this goes right here. And then we got one more to put on. And it's our little label here. Make sure that's not gonna touch. Okay, hold your breath. Let's see if we can make it work. Down and run it through. Oh, Look at there. Okay. That's how you cut it all out at the same time. Oops. All right. Hold on, I'm dropping stuff. Okay. And then our Yeti can come off. And there we go. And then you use up a whole piece. No scraps left on that one. Okay. Let me grab my flag here. Let me color in my yellow. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's put all this together. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna stick our Yeti friend in here, okay? We're gonna push it down as far as we can in this big hole right here. We're gonna flip it over, and now we're gonna take dimensionals, and we're going to put dimensionals everywhere on the back. And I am putting all over him to also, because this is adhering him in. That's what that's doing. And now I'm literally going to put dimensionals everywhere, because I want to make sure that there's support in between where some of these are, you know, at. And if you really are worried about the support and stuff, you can definitely use the thick basic white cardstock, and it would be better. And I probably should have done that, but I didn't. I just wanted to use a whole bunch of dimensionals. I mean, can we use a whole sheet in Facebook Live? That is the goal, right? Okay, I think that's good. Actually, let's do one right here. Okay. All right, now we're gonna take all these off. All million of them. And getting closer. Okay. Now we're going to take our pool party and we're going to lay it on the back like that. Okay. Now, all of these are either laying straight down in it or it is being popped up. So with something else. So it's really not, you know, just adding the Yeti is all you need to do. The rest of it, you'll be able to get where it needs to go. Okay, I need glue dots for our little banner here. And then we're gonna put this on his hands like that. I need my sample here, make sure I do it right. All right, let's pick a piece to put here in our circle. I'm gonna put some dimensionals on the back of that. And I'm gonna put 3 because what I want is to make sure that it stays up when I stick it down in that little hole. I know that is overkill, but seriously, I don't want the edges poking down. I want the whole thing to stay up. All right, so I'm gonna do that there. Okay, let's put this one, actually let's do the purple one. Let's do the purple one here. That one's gonna go flat down in it so we can use our Stampin' seal for it. Nope. We're gonna hold that one. I cut out 2 pieces at a time because I could do that with the DSP. So, all right, so we're gonna put that one down and we're gonna get that behind his little horn there. There we go. All right, that one I just put adhesive on, that one's gonna go here. All right, so there we go. Now let's put a dimensional on our mug. We're gonna put our mug in here. We're going to put our ice cream and our little present in this one, and I'm just gonna cut the edges instead of going and finding my mini dimensionals. Okay, so we've got our ice cream, and then we've got our little present. Ooh, I think I'm gonna like this layout with the colors better. Okay, we are gonna do dimensionals on the back of our sentiment. Now what I want to do is I need to add another one right here because it's gonna go into the hole here. So oh, I put it on the wrong side. Let's take this one off. All right, so the double one's gonna go on this side. And I need one more for here. But this is gonna sink down in that hole, and it already has dimensionals on it, so the white piece does, so it just needs to kind of be even there. There we go. And then our heart, we're gonna put 2 dimensionals on it because it's gonna stick up above. So we're gonna put 1, take the backing off, 2, and take the backing off, and then we're gonna stick it right down in that hole as well. Okay, so there we go. Now the last one we have is our present, our large present. So we just need a little dimensional for that one. And then I promise we are almost done. We just need to put it on our card base. And we're literally just gonna flip it over. We're gonna use just regular seal here. And I'm just gonna go down like this because I wanna make sure, because again, this one's a little heavier. So I wanna make sure if I can get the straightness going on here. I'm trying to hurry up because I know I'm taking forever tonight. Okay, there we go. Now last thing we wanna do is just add our little linen thread. And then that's it. You can add an inside piece. I'm not going to. You guys know how to do that. So y'all don't need to watch me do that again. But we need a glue dot for this. Then we're gonna stick it right there next to our heart. Cut off our tails. And ta-da, we are done with the third project, finally. All right, let me pull in. Let me clear out my mess so you don't see it. I'm gonna put that there. And grab our second card and our third. And there we go, so that is it. I know that was a long one, and I'm sorry. But I think this set is truly worth it. If you have the time to sit down and play with it, it really is so much fun. And these are so far out of my normal box because y'all know I am a simple card maker. But this set really was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed putting all these pieces together. So I hope y'all enjoyed them as well. And again, all measurements and all of that are in the description of the video. You can click on it. It'll take you directly to my website. And if you are not on my email list, I would love to add you to it because I have those 2 card classes to help push and get to that incentive trip. And I'm so determined to get there. So thank you for all those that went on and ordered while we were live. I really appreciate that. And I will see a lot of you that were on here tonight. I will see you on Saturday. All right, have a good one. Bye.